Right folks, haven't done a video for ages, but I thought this was an interesting one. Don't mind being on the camera?
No, mate, it's right.
This guy, yeah, this fucking good looking cat,
Yes, that's
cat
me.
with a tash. He had called us in a few years ago because he had rats in the downstairs. He's called us back several years later. Rats are here. So, what's going on? Well, let me get this right. This is the fowl system running across the yard. Had a look at that, couldn't find anything, but behind me down here on this corner was a rainwater gully, and when we flush tested it, it hasn't come into anywhere. Now if we look at these houses, you'll see that every single one of these houses has a downspout on it, but this fine chap has an extension on the front of his house. It would be right to presume that there is a rainwater gully buried somewhere down here in this part of the house. And the builders have moved that rainwater gully to here. So the question has to be, where is the old rainwater gully and how do we get into it? We took the innards out of the new gully and we pushed down to find a manhole in the next door neighbour's garden. This is the new manhole, and obviously that is where the rainwater runoff comes off. A lot of people don't realise that in houses after 1950s there's often two systems. The first one takes your foul away, the second takes the water from your roof away. The manhole we are standing at now is the rainwater. The manhole in his garden is the foul. So if I show you this on the screen, you will see that 5.2 metres away, I hope you can see that without a glare, there is a junction here. Now we flush tested everything, and this is directly under his house. So if we start having a look at what's going on, I'll just give myself a little bit more out there. You can see that there is an old redundant line. There's an old redundant line going under his building. That will probably be the old rainwater gully. And it would appear that the solution is relatively simple. The solution is to either find the gully under his house and cap it at that end, or try and cap it at this end. That's what you would think. And it'd be easy to jump to that conclusion. Now it might cost you, you'd have to speak to the water authority because this is their property. But even if you're going to get a private contractor, and you're probably looking, I think, somewhere about 500-600 quid to get a liner put in there to stop it. Or you could dig up your floor and you could find the gully that way. Cross your fingers and hope for the best, but he's got a tiled floor. It's a big job. However, here's the issue, and this is why you have to look around incredibly hard and be wary of what's going on. Look under here. Rats. There's rats above ground, and there is a load of rubbish and a load of yard stuff. And when we get in, look, I hope you can see that. There was a hole disappearing under that rainwater gully, that new gully. Now to me, it leaves us with one of two solutions. The original thought of the drains is the correct thought, and we need to deal with that gully. and the gully is actually the cause of the rats getting out of the system. So those rats have dug out via that fence post rather than dug in, or the rats which are in this area have dug in through that rotten fence post and got themselves in. I think it's the first one. I think we're not going to get away without digging it out and capping it somehow. How will we know? Well, we have to work through it in a logical manner. So the first thing is we will deal with what is in front of us. We'll get that pulled out, we'll get it repaired. If that stops the problem, it stops the problem, and there's no need to spend that money on getting the drainage done, because whatever happens, that repair needs to take place. If it doesn't stop the problem, then we know what the solution is the final solution of capping the drain, capping that redundant line going under the building. But yeah, always have a good look round. Rats are not, I say to people all the time, they're not ninjas, they're not smoke. People think they run down your fence line, climb up your wall, get in under a tile, you know, without ever being seen. It's simply not true. They're a fair old lump, you know. They're a lump of meat, they are big, and when they are around, i.e. under the fence, under the hedge or under the fence, you see them, they leave burrows, they leave marks, they give you the evidence that they are above ground. So let's get these rats sorted out, let's get that repair done. Cross with fingers, hope that that saves the customer from having to pull up their floor or pay for a patch or whatever it is. But yeah, be a detective. It's horrible playing in the drains, but it's lovely solving problems for people. So have a nice day. God bless, goodbye.